ECP-TV, and I am sitting here today with three of the finest men I've ever met in my life. These guys are actually they're working on the Ferris murder cases that have been cold for at least 10 years. Walter Weiss, Gator, as everybody in Ferris knows him. Bob Allworth, who is from Dallas County Sheriff, and Skip Inslee, who I don't even know what all you got going on, Skip. So we're going to talk about what's going on with these murder cases without giving too much information because they're still open and there's a lot of manpower going. We're missing Sam Love. Unfortunately, he's the only person that's not here today. He was actually the police chief when these murders took place. So who wants to go first?
You want to go around the table?
Okay, so let's start out. Tell me where let's just talk about the one murder, the Church Street murder, okay?
Okay, let me clarify. I'm not working on the cases.
Okay.
I am a former employee of the Ferris Police Department. I resigned from the police department because I have no confidence in the government of the city of Ferris.
Okay.
I worked there 13 years. I was there when the two double homicides occurred, both on Church Street and Valley View.
Okay.
I am dedicated to the solving of the cases because I made promises to members of those families, of the victims' families, that I would see the cases through whether I work there or not. Officially, I cannot work on the cases. Unofficially, I'm not working on the cases, but I am dedicated to providing testimony on the things that I do know and on the work that I did do. I'm here today because I was asked to come here today. John DeLeon has been appointed Chief of Police at the Ferris Police Department. He's a very, very fine young chief. Brooks Williams is exciting. He is their new city manager. Unlike past administrations, Brooks Williams, he has provided some additional funding and would like to see these cases solved. Brooks Williams, to my knowledge, he has agreed to continue the relationship with cold case investigator Skip Inslee, who's seated to your left, and we're all very excited about that. Mr. Inslee has quite a bit of talent, and he's uncovered some of the most valuable leads, particularly on the Church Street murders that we've ever had in the case.
We can't talk about today. We can't talk about them today.
Obviously, some things we have to keep in their proper perspective because the case is still under investigation. But some of the most exciting information in the case to date has come from the work of Mr. Inslee. Skip Inslee, and we feel that due to the leads he's been able to provide what he found, what he knows, what Skip Inslee knows, case is very close to being a work product that the district attorney could consider for.
This is the Church Street case.
Correct.
In Ferris, Texas.
Two people slain in Church Street in 2009. And
there were like about 72 stab wounds on each body?
They were innumerable. It was one of the worst murders I have ever seen. I saw their bodies.
Okay. Now, Bob, you tell me a little bit about how you got involved in this case and why you're still working on it.
Same thing. When I retired from the DA's office,
the Dallas County or Dallas County?
Dallas County DA's office.
He worked at both.
I was asked to come over, work with Gator and the chief at that time to try to put together more information on the cold case. In fact, both cold case homicides on it, and was able to, at that time, get the assistance of several other entities, several people, several agencies, so that we bring more people on board in an attempt to solve it. And I intend to stay with it because of commitments to the family. I told the families that would I solve it? I don't know, but I said collectively we're going to bring it a lot further than it's ever been, and hopefully solve it.
And if I'm not mistaken, you still have a commission, your reserve police commission in Ferris as well, right?
Yes,
so you still do have that. And Skip, okay, now it's up. You're up.
Okay.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm a cold case investigator. I've been doing this pretty much all my life.
Okay.
One of the cases that I solved, it was a unsolved homicide. It was 33 years old. The lady's name was Allison Marie Mims.
Okay.
She was murdered in Phoenix, Arizona. Her family hired me in 2010, and in 2012, I was able to get the man who murdered her put in prison.
Okay.
I go at things a little bit different.
Okay.
When I take on a case, I don't stop. I will not stop until it's finished.
And that is the truth, everybody.
This particular case on the Church Street homicide, we have now uncovered enough information to where we're very close to having this case solved.
Okay,
Everyone in this room knows who is responsible for it. We're just now trying to put the final pieces together.
okay.
Okay?
And that would be, so what are the next steps for that? Just waiting to, you can't release any information obviously right now because it's not good for the case, but what are you doing next?
We're cooperating with the district attorney's office, and
Okay.
cooperating with the Texas Rangers, and we also are cooperating with the FBI.
And that would be the Ellis County DA's office?
Correct.
Correct, okay.
Correct.
All right. So now, I guess the main thing to say is that we just want everybody in Ellis County to know that these three gentlemen and Sam Love is now the chief of police in Rome, Texas, which is way north, far away from Ferris, but he's still very much involved because he was in the situation when it happened.
We're dedicated, Ms. Cook, to
Oh,
the
yes.
solving of this case. We're all going to give the cooperation to the Ferris Police Department so that Ferris will see it through.
Okay. And one thing I want to say about that is that these men, I've been working with them for a couple of years, and they really are dedicated. They have no reason other than the fact that they are loyal to this case and to the people that are involved in it. That's why they're still around. You don't find this very often. And sometimes I know a lot of police officers, when they leave, they leave. They leave everything behind. But these guys have not done that, and I want to commend you all for that. What else do you have to say at this point? Do you want the public to know about your next steps or what is happening, if there's anything else? We've got a picture of the gentleman that you're pretty convinced is.
Yes.
So.
One other thing that I'd mention is if anybody that sees this has any input, any knowledge, anything that will help collectively us solve these things, I'd ask that you get in touch with the paper or with Ferris Police Department
Okay.
and let us know so we can work on any possible leads.
And let's talk about so the Church Street, who were the two victims in Church Street?
Janine Johnson and Stephen Taylor.
And when did that murder occur?
March 23rd of 2009.
Okay, all right. And then the one on Valley View, who were the victims in that case?
Nathan Moses
Okay. And,
and Linda Sheen.
okay, when did those murders occur?
Those murders occurred in 2010.
Okay, all right, all right. All right, so if you guys don't have anything else to say, I just wanted everybody to know that these guys are still working on this. They're dedicated, and we will let you know as soon as we know anything else about what's happening with these murders in Ferris, Texas. Thank you guys for being a part of the cold case and for continuing to try to help the families.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Rita Cook with ECP-TV and Gator Weiss, Bob Allward, Skip Inslee.